Chapter 23. The last chapter, Haley Daly had found a clue, an old box of junk. Chapter 23, Kyle flipped over his lemon-scented super-duper bonus card and read what was written on the other side. You will find the ultimate version of this board game on the second floor balcony, circling the rotunda. Huh? Said Akimi. What does that mean? I don't know. Let's roll out the paper and see. Akimi and Sierra helped Kyle anchor the edges of the scroll on the tiled floor. Okay, said Kyle. It looks like the early sketch for a board game. You see the circle in the center of the other circle? That's probably where you place the spinner. And then you move your pieces around the 10 rooms. He stopped. Wait a second. What? Said Akimi. Do you recognize the game? Asked Sierra. Yup, said Kyle. I played it this week with my brother Curtis. It's Mr. Lemoncello's bewilderingly baffling bibliomania. Say that 3 times fast. Bewilderingly baffling bibliomania. Bewildering, baffling bibliomania. It takes place in a make-believe library. What about finding the ultimate version up on the second floor? Asked Sierra. Kyle grinned. You'll see. Coming up from the basement, Kyle saw Andrew Peckelman in the middle of the rotunda reading room. He was opening a long metal box sitting on top of the center desk. The holographic image of Mrs. Tobin was there, smiling patiently, as Peckelman pulled some of the magazines out of the box. Miguel was also near the librarian's desk, apparently waiting for his turn for the consultation. That's the box we saw the robot pluck off the shelf, whispered Akimi. Kyle nodded. He motioned for the others to follow him, and he slipped around the circumference of the rotunda. Akimi and Sierra slunk after him. In the shadows, on the far side of the room, they saw Haley Daly. She was heading for the staircase they'd come up, steps that would take her back to the basement. Kyle wondered if she'd found something else to crawl through. If so, he hoped it was bigger in a mailbox. Is this the real magazine? He heard Peckelman shout out at the hologram. Yes, Andrew. This concludes your librarian consultation. Next. And how may I help you, Miguel? Not so fast, snapped Andrew. I'm not done. Says who? The librarian. Miguel, said the hologram of Mrs. Tobin. What is your question? Sorry, bro. I told ya. Ugh, she's just like Mrs. Youngins at school, snapped Peckelman. All the librarians like Miguel better than me. Yo, ease up. You'll see, Mrs. Tobin. You'll see. I'm going to beat Miguel Fernandez big time. And when I win, I'm going to tell Mr. Lemoncello to fire you. Uh-oh. Is Andrew Peckelman being very nice right now? He's being mean to Mrs. Tobin, who is a hologram.
Who's even alive?
She's a hologram, said Miguel with a laugh. You can't fire someone who doesn't actually exist. I guess Andrew's planning on doing something to the front door, Kyle whispered to Akimi. Well, that's totally dumb. They already told us. The way out isn't the way we came in. Maybe Andrew doesn't think Dr. Zinchenko was telling us the truth, suggested Sierra. Come on, said Kyle, leading the team toward the closest staircase to the second floor, glancing over his shoulder. Everybody show me what that looks like when you glance over your shoulder. Oh yeah, you look behind you, see who's coming. He watched Miguel place a slip of paper on the table in front of the semi-translucent library. Semi-translucent means you can kind of see through a hologram. This item has been temporarily removed from the stacks, Miguel, said Mrs. Tobin. You will find it in a display case next to the original Winky and Grimble scale model. Let me give you that location. There was a grinding sound, like when movie tickets shoot up through a slot at the box office. Miguel snatched the small slip of paper that popped up from the librarian's desk and spun around. He froze the instant he saw Kyle, Akimi, and Sierra sneaking around the room behind him.
Who?